Hey, greetings from Ocala National Forest and a little hiking trail area that I stopped at on my way to my next stop. And I wanted to instigate a conversation that's been coming up a lot lately. And it's about a friend was talking about how the older she gets, the harder breakups are. When it doesn't work out with a guy and they end it, she's noticed that it feels heavier and it takes longer to get over it, even though the guys aren't necessarily better as she ages. But she notices it's just harder to move on, and it really sparked some insight. And what I feel like part of what happens in our culture, and we may not even really notice it, is that there's this expectation of what your life is supposed to turn out like for most of us. Cultures are different, but it feels like the expectation is to go through school, find a career, find a partner, family, like all those things. And so, even if on a conscious level, you've decided that's not for you, like for me, when I was 11, I realized it's not, I don't want to give birth to my own child. I'd probably end up adopting down the road, which I planned to, but like giving birth to a child, I just realized I wasn't going to do that. So even though I knew that conventional lifestyles weren't for me, there's still that background program that can still be running in your subconscious that sabotages anything that you do that's not conventional. And so I think part of what my friend, the heaviness she was feeling, is that somewhere in the back it's like, oh, again, another one. I'm never going to meet this goal that is I'm attempting consciously or unconsciously to reach. It's like we don't have autonomy, we don't have independence almost to just create a life that we want to create for whatever reason. It's like there's that background expectation that's kind of tainting our ideas, the directions we go, and the choices that we make, and the people that we choose in our lives. Maybe they have a familiar essence to them. They remind us of our parents or our cousins, whatever. It's just, I feel like it was a great conversation to instigate because it gives us a chance to really look closely at what motivates us. Why are we doing what we're doing? And is it relevant to who we are today? And we're in an incredibly amazing time as humans to really consciously create. And the veil's lifting, all programs and patterns that have been dysfunctional, born out of fear, born out of obligation, they're coming up for reconciliation and changing course. And for my lifestyle as a 44-year-old woman, all my stuff is in my car and I'm traveling across the country again and going where my intuition's leading me. That's not conventional in the slightest. And so there was that little bit of, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong. And when this conversation with my friend happened, and I was like, I wonder if I'm running that program too. And when I noticed that there was a little bit of that, I was gripping onto that, like, I'm not doing it the way everyone else is supposed to be doing it. But I finally was able to look at it and let go. That's part of the veil lifting, is to look at what is running. And if it's not operable, if it doesn't fit with what you're feeling drawn to do, let that shit go. It's that easy. But it has to be seen. You have to be looking at it to know it's there. And it's so liberating, and I love that there's a breeze right now. Kind of blowing it all away, as if confirming that, yeah, it was never serving to begin with, and it mutes our our sparkliness and our enthusiasm and our passion to drive forward and build anew and support the birth of a new world that is out of sanity and inclusion and sustainability and compassion. Anyway, fun thing to look at in your own world if you're operating off of the shoulds or expectations or fear of the alternative. Like, oh, what if I don't get married and have kids? And what else would I do? I don't think that's a good reason to get married and have kids if you don't know what else you would do. I feel like getting married and having kids is great if that's what you are feeling really passionate about. But if you're doing it just because you think you should, I think it's something good to look at before you kind of take that path. Anyway, just tossing that out there, little conversation starter. I hope you're enjoying your day, y'all. I'm having an amazing time. I was at my college campus reminiscing, eating amazing food that I missed 13 years ago. So I'm going to hang out here with some wildlife in the warm weather. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Happy Monday to you and happy full moon energy. It's time to see and clear and release. Talk to you soon.